He's writing in dialect. Du hast ja viele Stars getroffen, ist bei manchen der Kontakt noch da oder eher nicht mehr? Which means you have met a lot of stars. Is there still contact? Of course. I mean, I'm still working with people like Bruce Springsteen. I'm in contact with obviously Brian and Roger and Jim. And the Stones. I just got a text this afternoon, and with Brian, I was emailing yesterday about. By the way, a new project, a Queen project, which of course I can tell you nothing about. It's really true. Where I especially asked, I cannot even mention what it is, but yeah, of course I'm friends and also working with them. Okay. Then here we have a question. Videos, which was the easiest, which was the most difficult? Queen videos. Well, tell you something. There was never ever an easy Queen video. Something like that didn't exist. On the contrary, the ones that I thought were going to be easy, like I'm Going Slightly Mad, where there was a completely different concept in the beginning, which is a wonderful chapter in my book, which is called Was Elton John the Gorilla? And I'm going to reveal it, of course, in the book. There was never a easy Queen video. Because even the first one, which looks easy because it's filmed in the studio, One Vision, was very difficult to make something out of that. And if you look at the editing of One Vision, which actually got me the job of being next to, besides David Mallet, we had the two main video directors from then on. Nobody else, I think, directed any videos after that. Maybe Russell Mulcahy, because he did the movie, he did two, and I'm not sure which was first. Also, good friend and a great director, by the way. Highlander, of course, was the movie. My name is Naomi, and I'm from Malta. Hi, Rudi. Hi, Malta. I have a question for the Insta Live. Do you still communicate with Queen? As in Brian and Roger, Happy Easter. Well, of course, I just said yesterday, and these days now more and more, because we have a lot of things to discuss. And I'm very happy about it. I mean, I'm also communicating, as I said, with other stars, because I'm also working with and for them still. And some of them are friends. Keith Richards, for example. Or in Germany, Peter Maffay. Für alle deutschen Freunde. Ich habe ja gerade voriges Jahr die meiner Meinung nach sehr gelungene Dokumentation für Immer Jung gemacht, die in verschiedenen deutschen Sendern gelaufen ist. I made a documentary on Peter Maffay last year, which was primetime television, and it was a year and a half of work. To me, he's the German Bruce Springsteen. Okay, hi Rudi, this is Joana Rodriguez from Portugal. We know each other already. Hi Rudi, I have a question for the Insta Live. No. Hey, sorry, this is somebody else. No. Nowadays, here's the question of my Portuguese friend. Nowadays, it's easy to be a director because with the mobile phone and new technologies, and what were the characteristics that make you a good director? Do you think if it were today, would you be as good as in the beginning of your career? I'm not quite sure what she means, but I think she means the technology. Well, again, when I was informed that for the video I'm Going Slightly Mad, Freddie wanted a different concept, I was in Africa on my holiday, and I got a fax. Yeah, this was the thing which came out of a machine. There was no internet. Before that was telex. You don't even know that. And a fax, because there was no mobile phones. The phones were only landlines, and in the house that I rented, there was no phone. So he sent a fax to a nearby hotel, and somebody came with a bicycle and brought me the fax. So yes, it was difficult, but you know what? I love the technology nowadays, and I'm especially through my boys. By the way, this is again dedicated to my two wonderful sons, Ruby, hello Ruby, and Benny, hello Benny. Full name, by the way, Ruby is called Rudolf Ruben Dolezal, and Benny is called Benjamin Leon Dolezal, but of course they are called Ruby and Benny. They helped me a little bit getting into that whole new technology, and some other people, they know who they are. And by the way, I have an angel outside again. Oh yeah, let's look. Talking about the angel. How is the voting going? Okay. So it's still in the lead. It's still this picture for being the signed memorabilia, and but this one is coming now to number 2. So in the moment it looks like it's either this picture or that picture, which is going to be the prize for the correct trivia question. Oh my God, it's already half is over. This is quick. I hope you enjoy it as much as I do. I can see that the numbers are still up. Adam Griffiths from Galway in Ireland. Hi, Give Ireland Back to the Irish was a song that John Lennon once sung. Hi, Rudi, I have a question for you. What was the video of Breakthrough like to shoot? Oh my God. Well, this is Breakthrough. Breakthrough is, I think it has 2, if not 3 chapters in my book. To cut a long story short, somebody in the band didn't want to go on a train and was insisting we do it in the blue or green box studio shoot, which I categorically rejected. I said Queen must be on a real train. It took 1 week of preparations with quite a lot of incidents and accidents, and which I'm going to describe, which until this day, the band, Brian, Roger, and John, have no idea about. So they will be blown away what I'm revealing in my book on My Friend Freddy, because I'm for the first time telling the truth, what incidents and accidents happened at the preparation time of the video break. So it's one of the greatest stuff that I was able to do with Queen. Okay, then we have somebody. Did Freddie speak of Elvis? I know he was inspired. No, I don't. Never talked with him about Elvis, but Paul McCartney did. And as you know, I also worked with Paul McCartney. And Paul McCartney told me an interesting story. I'm gonna slide away from Queen for a moment. Apart from the fact that Freddie liked John Lennon especially, but also Paul McCartney and vice versa. Paul McCartney was a great fan of Queen and is also in my documentary, if you remember, King Mercury. He says in the famous statement in the Magic Years. The Beatles met Elvis once, and because there was no smartphones, there was only one guy there who was also later the bass player of John Lennon's band. His name is Klaus Vormann. Hallo Klaus, du wirst es zwar nicht anschauen, aber vielleicht sieht es irgendjemand und richtet dir die Grüße aus. He's an excellent bass player who was, by the way, on the Imagine album with John Lennon playing bass and many other great tracks of the world. And he was sketching. And there is a series of sketches, which I actually would love to have, from this one and only meeting of the great Elvis Presley and the great Beatles. This is a story that Paul McCartney told me. Okay, here we go. John M. Engels, living in Lowell, Massachusetts. Where were you born? I would like to know some biographical things about you. Where were you born? Where did you went to school, etc.? Love and blessings. Okay, I was born in Vienna, born and raised in Vienna. And I'm still Austrian citizen, of course. I went to school in Vienna, and high school, as you call it. We call it Gymnasium in Austria. I graduated from high school, and I also went to university. I was studying I was studying journalism and politics. And because my father said he's not going to give me any money if I do that, I had to also study law, which I only did I never really did it. I mean, I was just had friends who helped me and what have you. So officially I started it, and I was going to film school. So I was actually doing 3 studies at the same time. And of course I didn't finish any of them. But now I'm, as you might know, if you look at my posts, I am honorably professor. So I'm actually Professor Rudi Dolezal since last December, the president of Austria, whom I like a lot, Mr. van der Bellen, from the Green Party. Yes, we have a Green president in Austria. He gave it to me for my international work around the world, and because I'm doing sort of positive promotion for my home country, Austria.